You know, when I was offered Bachelor, it was about 2.5 years back or 2 years back. And when I heard the script, I thought Mr. Allu Arvind had called me. I said, "Sir, another love story. Oh God, the next few films are not going to be love stories." I was very openly talking about that for the first time, actually. At least until I know that I've given it everything I have and grasped the opportunity I have, I know that I won't be ready to get married at least. So the biggest thing for me, obviously, was when I was entering into the industry. There was a lot of expectations, hype around the launch and all of that, which comes with a launch of someone's son or someone's grandson.
Sure.
I have to specifically, strongly say this. It puts a lot of pressure. It's Virat Kohli.
Wow. Very interesting.
I think that would be a journey of passion, journey of fire, and what dedication he has. In fact, he has influenced me in a lot of ways.
Rajuna sir is doing Brahmastra.
Yes.
Chaitanya is doing Lal Singh Chadda.
Yes.
And now it's time. Hello everyone. Our guest today made his debut in 2015 as Akhil, and since then he's not only become a celebrated actor, but is indeed the most eligible bachelor. Yes, you've guessed it right. We have Akhil Akineni with us. Hi Akhil, welcome to Pinkvilla.
Hi, how are you? Thank you very much.
Good. You know, I'd like to begin this interview by talking about Most Eligible Bachelor's theatrical release. We have been amidst a pandemic for a year and a half now, where not many films release in theaters. What do you have to say about Most Eligible Bachelor's big screen release?
At the moment, to be very honest, this is like a new experience all over again. I haven't had a release in 2 years. We've crossed 2 lockdowns, come across 2 waves of COVID, and now finally, like you said, most importantly, releasing in the theaters.
Yes.
So we set out to make movies for the theaters, with all respect to the OTTs. So suddenly now, after 2 years, sitting now promoting my film, getting ready in 2 days for the theater release, I'm feeling like it's my first film all over again.
Really?
Yeah, it's been a while. I
agree.
had a pre-release event the other day when we saw the fans and we had an event after so long. It was like, I was actually nervous. I was nervous walking into the event, and it was like you said, it was feeling a little alien to me again. I was finding my feet again until I held the mic and actually spoke. I was finding my feet. But I'm absolutely thrilled that we're coming to the theater. And I'm glad that my team, my whole Most Eligible Bachelor team, held its fort, and we stood our ground and we waited for the theater.
Did you miss going to the theaters, not as a celebrated actor, but as a viewer?
Absolutely. You wouldn't believe, even during the pandemic, we would make popcorn and would have like a Coke or a Diet Coke or something just for that theater experience, just to create that experience at home. We would do that on purpose. But I have to tell you, from when I was a little boy, going to the theater was part of my life.
Sure.
Not just to a multiplex, to a single screen theater for the first day, first show. I would throw papers myself and I would enjoy. I'm totally a part of that culture.
Yeah.
And I miss the theaters very much. I'm watching the first show of my film definitely in the theater, and I can't wait to go and experience that euphoria again.
Sure. I think all the 90s kids will relate to the single screen theater because we didn't have multiplexes at that time.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting. But Most Eligible Bachelor, I saw the trailer and it looks really interesting. I think the tone of the movie is also as such is very important, and I think will give is more lighter, which will make people happy in these grim times.
Very well said. For us, coincidentally, we had set out to make a film that we will talk about love, about the issues of married life and all of that, but we will talk about it in a very entertaining way.
Yeah.
We want anyone who comes to the theater and watches our film, we want them to go with their spirit lifted and with a smile on their face. And I really think that is the need of the hour at the moment. People want to if you do come to a theater at this point in this situation in life, I think you want to come out laughing, you want to come out with your spirit lifted. No one wants to be bogged down anymore. We've had enough in our life for the last 1.5 years. Everyone has faced enough troubles, I think.
Yeah.
And for me, that's the biggest, confidence I have, that everyone's going to walk into the theater and have a laugh riot and come out with a nice smile on their face.
Absolutely. What attracted you mainly when you were offered this script?
When I was offered Bachelor, it was about 2.5 years back or 2 years back. And when I heard the script, I thought Mr. Allu Arvind had called me. I said, "Sir, another love story. Oh God, am I in the mood for another love story or not?" But he said, "It's a very fresh one. Just hear it out." I said, "Of course."
Yeah.
I heard it, and there was more than a love story to it. It's not just, we're not dealing with issues just between a boy and a girl. Between Vibha and Harsha, the characters, we're not dealing just between their issues. My director has very beautifully brought out what most people face in their real life issues in a relationship, in a married couple's life, all of that, and he's beautifully given you a few solutions to them. Hopefully people can take those solutions back home, but more importantly, he's told all of these solutions in a very humorous and pleasant way. Sure. And it's going to be a light-hearted film where everyone can take something home and relate, they'll be able to relate something in their life.
But as a leading man, do you also feel this stereotype in the business sometimes that, once you have given a blockbuster in something, same kind of roles keep coming back to you?
So, in my case, I think, yes, that lover boy image is it has been following me. That also comes with the baggage or the legacy, of my family.
Yes, of course.
So, a lot of love stories my family has done. And, honestly, I have taken a conscious decision that, after this film, I am breaking that pattern.
Wow.
The next few films are not going to be love stories. I will be very openly talking about that for the first time, actually. And my next film is called Agent.
Yes.
After that is not a love story. And these decisions have come not because I'm bored of love stories. I don't like love stories.
Sure.
It's the very question that you have asked me. As an actor, I don't want to be stereotyped.
I agree.
And I promise you one thing, when you see Most Eligible Bachelor, I will not have done the same thing I have done last. It's very different from what I've done before. I have removed myself from the character completely, and we've done a very honest film, is what I really believe. Yeah. And that's why this film will stand apart from the others. We've removed any cinematic heroism, all of that. We've tried to take away all of that and make a very relatable boy next door character, and tried to present a me that someone will relate to very easily.
Yeah.
It was very important for us. Having said that, I am breaking my pattern. I'm not doing a love story for a while. And I'm excited to move on and move forward as an actor and try and present myself in new ways. And after Bachelor, Agent is that first step.
Sure. But when you say that you want to break away from the pattern, what kind of roles we'll expect to see Akhil Akkineni in the future? Are you looking like doing that over-the-top action?
I feel that it's important to have a graph, or it's important to have an ultimate goal of what you're trying to do. I have had the time to think over the last maybe a year and a half because of the lockdown, and things have slowed down. Life has slowed down professionally and personally.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of time to introspect and try and understand what I'm really trying to do. And in that process, I have sort of gained more clarity on the actor I want to be, which is approach each role differently and try and progress as an actor from film to film, which means if I do one type of action film, I'm doing a spy action film next. I'm not going to do the same style of film after that. Yeah. Even if I do an action film, I will try and find a very, very different character, which I will be able to present myself very differently. Otherwise, I don't think I will be excited to go to work every day and sort of, honestly be able to make an effort. I will start to again be stereotyped into that sort of role which we were talking about. So whatever it is, my promise to myself was that I will pick something that will completely excite me, so that in turn I can give my best and then excite the audience, whoever is watching.
Sure. There's a very interesting line in your trailer, and correct me if I'm wrong in translation, but it says, if you want your marriage to be happy, you have to have a successful career as well. You have had a successful career. You're the most eligible bachelor. What's happening in your single? Are you single? Someone?
So, the dialogue which we have said in the trailer, is the dialogue of the first half character, which is basically there's a transformation. If you've seen it, you'll see that there are two looks. It's the first half Harsha's dialogue, which basically he believes that everything is a calculated process in life. He has calculated that 50% is career, 50% is married life. Everything is like a sketched out plan, and he goes about in that sort of manner. So that character is not me.
Sure.
So for me, if you ask me at this point, honestly, if I have to frankly be honest with you, I am 100% in my career right now.
Sure.
I have prioritized my career way too much for me to have anything else going on right now in my life. So honestly, I'll tell you, there is nothing going on for me, and for a while at least, until I know that I've given it everything I have and grasped the opportunity I have, I know that I won't be ready to get married at least.
Sure, but as a brother, I hope to see you married also very soon and very happy.
No. I definitely want to eventually.
Sure.
Definitely want to eventually, and all of those dreams are there, all of those hopes are there. But it's just that last 1.5 years, we've lost a lot of time with this COVID. And these moments coming back into my career, taking momentum again, are very important, and I want to give it everything I have.
Sure. You made your debut in 2015. We're in 2021.
Time has flown.
It really has flown. But it has also been a very fascinating journey. You have received a lot of love that has come your way in the last few years. Has it been overwhelming?
The love received is overwhelming always. You have to take it and you have to calm yourself down and remember that love comes with a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing for me, obviously, was when I was entering into the industry. There was a lot of expectations, hype around the launch and all of that, which comes with a launch of someone's son or someone's grandson.
Sure.
I have to specifically, strongly say this. It puts a lot of pressure. It puts a lot of pressure on us, and sometimes it can get tough. And that responsibility is what reminds me every day how hard I have to work. So every day when I wake up, it's not, the love is overwhelming and it's very beautiful. I can say that, I enjoy it every day. I can say that, but it also have to tell you how important it is that I understand my responsibilities and that I have to live up to that. So every day that pressure makes me work hard, for sure.
Yeah, sure. And you rightly said, being a star kid and with this entire debate around nepotism, it's not easy for you.
Yes, while I understand the privileges I've been born with, while I understand that and I'm very well aware of it, I'm also aware of the responsibility and the effort I have to put in to live up to that.
Sure. What are your thoughts on nepotism?
Like I said, while I understand it, I'm aware of it. I'm aware of what I've been born with, and I respect what I've been born with, and that is why I work harder, or I work double hard. I try that hard to live up to those privileges that I've been given. And I would like to say that it's important to know what you have been given, and I will always remember.
Sure. You're also a sports lover. Specifically, cricket is your favorite. Given an opportunity as an actor, if you could play a real life character on screen of a sports personality, what would that be? Have you ever imagined to play someone on screen?
So, here and there, few biopics come in, but I feel strongly that it's easy to say that let's just make a sports-oriented film. We can just pick up cricket, horse riding, this, that. We can just do it. But unless the story is that good, the sports will not be highlighted. And I've still not found that yet. I'm so looking forward to 1983.
Yes, me too.
Yes, I can't wait for the film to release. That's something, that's a script like that is something like, which really excites me. I hope to see that film work out on screen. I wish the team all the best. But what I'm trying to say is you need something really, really monumental. You need something really gripping as a story for the sports to be highlighted. It's not, at the end of the day, we can't just come and watch a sport being played on screen. It needs the content to elevate it.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping that someday something really gripping comes to me, because I'm absolutely crazy about sport. Hopefully someday something will come along where I'll be able to dig my teeth into and prepare myself properly and convince everyone that I am a sportsman.
I'm sure you will. But is there a journey of a sports person that has fascinated you, which you think you can portray on screen?
It's Virat Kohli.
Wow. Very interesting.
I think that would be a journey of passion, journey of fire, and what dedication he has. In fact, he has influenced me in a lot of ways, the way he carries himself and the way he dedicates himself to his craft, to his sport. It's incredible to see someone so dedicated. And the zeal to be, the passion to be number one. So maybe a story on him someday would be great.
As far as Hindi films are concerned, we haven't really heard anything of late that you're making. We constantly keep hearing about South actors coming to the Hindi space, but we haven't heard about you a lot in recent times. Nagarjuna sir is doing Brahmastra. Chaitanya is doing Lal Singh Chadda.
Yes.
And now it's time.
So, at the moment, I think over the last year and a half, things have slowed down. We've not really, we're not understanding whether to start a pan-Indian project now or not because of the pandemic. There are a lot of big issues, but I have not had the time, or I have not really found the script maybe yet that I'm trying to present myself there. Opportunities, you never know what will arise when.
Sure.
Right now, I'm concentrating at home, which is Telugu for me, and hopefully someday we can find a script that will be universally accepted. Sure. And there as well, I hear Mr. Majnu has done some insane viewership on YouTube. If I'm not wrong,
it has.
So you never know. Maybe I'll hit the big screen at some point. Sure. And I think pan-Indian projects have become very. It's not that unexpected to have a pan-Indian project now, but to find the right one and come with the right one as your debut is always important. So until I find the right one and I feel that this is the way I want to present myself pan-India, I'll take that step very carefully.
I can't agree more. Any film of your father's that you think should be remade with you?
Those golden films, if we touch, there's too much at stake. My problem is if I want to remake it, it must be a very good film. Like he's done a film called Hello Brother.
Yes.
Okay, so that film for me is like one of my all-time favorite films. And the issue with that is so good. How am I going to better that film? So there's going to be so much pressure on me, and I would never forgive myself if I remade it and ruined
it. Sure.
So all of these thoughts run in my mind. But if you ask me for the sake of the answer, I'll say hello.
Lovely. But I hope it's made at some point, and I hope everything that you do in the future is successful. Thank you so much, Akhil. This was a
Thank you so much for your time.